Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. And in this video, we are gonna talk about something new and something crazy, as you see on my channel. In this video, we'll talk about app clips. So, what is app clips? So, if you'll go to Apple's website, you will see there's something new called app clips. It's exactly not new. If you are someone who is familiar with Android, then it's very much similar to what we have seen as instant apps. So, app clips is just instant apps for iOS. They have just introduced it, and it's still in a beta phase, or you can say that if you're using Xcode 12 only, then you can actually play with it. So when it comes to new, then you know that I create tutorials on new stuff. We already deal with a lot of Flutter tutorials, so I thought about giving it a try with Flutter itself. And how you can use app clips basically, you can see here that you can use it via NFC tags, QR codes. On your website there can be app banners which can be used for opening your app clip, and it's just like kind of a part of your application which user can consume without installing your app. So that's pretty cool. And it's been there in Android, and it's proven to be good, just for trying things. And I think on iOS it will become even better because of the ecosystem iOS have, and the way they promote such cool features. So now coming back to my original project, so what I'm doing right now, if you'll see, I have this Bitcoin application tutorial which I recently made. It's an existing app, and you can see it has this balance screen where you can deposit, withdraw, refresh, and all these things. Right now this particular thing is actually an app. If you can see it, right, this is an app which is PKcoin. Now I want to convert the exact stuff with an app clip, right? So there are some prerequisite which you have to remember. First thing is that, guys, it's in a very experimental mode. It's very new, and there are a lot of things which will change. Now the second thing is that you should have Xcode 12, and the Cocoa Ports version should be greater than 1.10.0 beta 1. I'll also drop the link of the guide which you can follow. And now let's see what version we are running for Cocoa Port. So if I'll go to my VS Code in the terminal, I can actually write gem which Cocoa Ports, and it gave me that I am running 1.10.0 beta 2, so that is fine. And you need Xcode 12 because otherwise you won't be able to test it. And I have Xcode 11 as well as I have Xcode 12, as you can see, beta. So we are good to go. Now I have this project ready on VS Code, which we are running right now as an application. Now to add app clip, we have to follow some steps because it's a manual process as of now, but in future definitely it will be a part of your application. You don't have to do anything in the future, but right now, since it's in a very experimental mode, so you cannot do much, right? You have to follow that. And also, guys, you have to be on Flutter master channel to do it, right? If you are on Flutter stable, you won't be able to do it. So Flutter master channel, at least version 1.22 is required. And now what I'll do, I'll open the same project on Xcode, because without Xcode we won't be able to do anything, right? So this is your project. As you can see, we have runner and all those things. And guys, a little Xcode knowledge is required, otherwise you will feel like it's going somewhere else. And now, guys, the first thing which we have to do is we have to make an app clip, right? So in the targets, if you see, there is this plus button on the bottom from where we can add a target. So I'll click on it, and from here for iOS I can see there is something called app clip, right? I will select app clip, I'll select next, and I can give a project name. So I can, let's say I am saying it PK clip. You can name it whatever you want, but let's say PK clip. And I'm gonna use my team interface. Either you can use Swift UI, storyboard. Let's go with storyboard. Life cycle is the same, and we don't need any tests or code data or all those things, and embed in application this. So I'll just click finish, and once I click finish, it will ask me to activate it. So I have to activate it. So once I do that, yeah, that's pretty much it. And you will see this PK clip is here. After runner, there is another target which we call pk clip, and that's what you have to do, right? Now what we need is that we will go to if we see here, there is another folder called pk clip here. Now if you can see, so here you can see you have lot of files, right? And we don't need any of these. We just need two files. One would be info.plist and the second one would be pkclip.entitlements. So what I'll do, I'll select all of these, if I can select in one go, and I'll delete all of them. So yeah, you have to be sure you are deleting them. So move to trash. Now we are just with two files, and yeah, that's what we need. And then info.plist, we have something called this app scene manifest, which we actually don't need, so you can also delete this one, and I think it should be fine. Yeah, you can delete this one. So app, there was apps in manifest, I deleted that, so you can delete. It's in the info p list of pk clip. Okay, so that's done. Now now what we need is basically we did one thing. We removed the info scene manifest file. Now we have to do some build configurations, because we have the build configuration for the for our normal app, but we don't have the build configuration for our this app clip. So what I'll do, I'll go back to runner and I'll select this project targets from here, and there is info tab over here, right? Info tab over here, and let me just check if I can increase the font size of my system, so that I mean it looks good. Although I don't use Xcode that much, but I can definitely increase the font size. Okay, here we go, and let's make it 24, something like this. Okay, I think it would be pretty tough. Presentation looks fine. Presentation looks fine, guys, and yeah, we are back. So nothing much changed here, so that's fine. So I'll just zoom it. So now we are in the target and we can click on info. Now sorry, this info, not that one. Now this info is in the project runner section, and inside this info, now you can see you have one configuration set for runner, right? Debug. So same thing you have to do for pk clip. So you'll select it and you will make it debug. Similarly, in the release part, you will have runner as release, so pk clip you will make it release as well. And then for profile, you have runner as release, so pk clip you will do the release again. And that's what you need. Like as in configuration, you don't need anything else. And you're pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't have to do anything else, right? So after you are done with this, now we will go back to info.plist of the app clip. So there is info.plist. What you can do here, you will see there are something called bundle version string short, and by default it is saying 1.0, right? And we don't want it. We want our Flutter build number or build name to be here, right? So what I'll do, rather than this short string as 1.0 hard coded, I'll replace it with this variable, which is Flutter build name, and you will see it in your normal info.plist as well. Similarly for one bundle version, I want Flutter build number, right? So what I'll do, I'll just change this from 1 to Flutter build number. Okay, so now this step is also done. Now we have done all these things, right? But now when we will open our app clip, right, what it will run, right? We have to select all the necessary, you can say, code or assets which it will use, right? So what I'll do, I'll go back to runner and all these files. So let's say main.storyboard, and there is something called inspector. Let's choose the device. Okay, there is something called inspector, and you will see there is target membership, right? So you will select it for pk clip as well. So for runner it is already selected, for pk clip. So this is what we did for main.storyboard. Similarly, we will do the same thing for assets. So I'll select this again. Okay, similarly for launch screen, I will select this pk clip, and info.plist we don't need it. We need it for generated plugin registrant.m file, so we will select it again. For app delegate also we need it, so we will select it again. So yeah, there are definitely few steps which you have to follow, otherwise it won't work. But yes, we are almost done. So this we have done. It's looking pretty good. So we have given the target membership to all our code and assets. Now what we have to do, guys, we will go back to our this entitlement files, and here you can see we have parent application identifiers already. Now one thing which is required is that now you have an app clip, let's say, but you need a domain, right? You need something where this app which can be used as an associated domain. Okay, so if you'll go to app clip documentation, you will learn all about it, what it means. But similarly, like in instant app, you used to give a domain, so similarly you have to give a domain here as well. So I'll click on this plus button over here, and let's see if we have something called associated domains or something like that. So if we scroll it a little bit, let's search, in fact, associated. Okay, we don't have anything like that. Let me just try again. So I think it should be there, but yeah, so see, there we have associated domains. We can click over here, and now this associated domains takes an array, not any string. So inside that we have item. Let's create one item 0. Now it takes a string, right? So here what you have to write, you have to write very specifically the same thing which I am saying right now. So basically you have to write app clips. Let me zoom a little bit. App clips colon, and then you have to give the ID bundle identifier of your app or app clip basically. So if I'll go back to my runner, and if I'll see pk clip and I go to general, I can see this is my bundle identifier, right? com.example.pkcoin.clip. I'll copy that and I'll go back to my entitlement file, and here after this if you can see, after this colon I'll just paste it. Okay, that's what I have to do. That's it. Like, this is basically telling that this is my associated domain. Okay, and now what you have to do, you have added it to pkclip.entitlement file in the pkclip folder. The similar thing you have to do in the runner folder, which means the main app folder. The only difference would be is that this one is basically for pkclip and that will be for runner. That's the only difference. So what we have to do, we have to create a same file. Either you can copy or paste, or you can go here and you can say new file, and from here you can select the type of file. So property list is the file, and just give it the same name. So or maybe you can change the name, but doesn't matter much. But there should be an entitlement files. It's better to entitlements. Okay, so yeah, we are done. Now we have to copy the same thing, right? So it's better if we copy from VS Code. So if we go here, we have pkclip info, and we'll just copy this inside our runners, runner and pkclip.entitlement, and I'll just paste it. So now we have associated domain, which you remember. I'll remove this second one, which is so if you'll see, now we have associated domains and we have parent application identifiers. We don't need it for the second pkclip, right? For runners pkclip dot entitlement, we need it for the app clip entitlement, but we don't need it for runner this app clip, this not app clip but runner entitlement. So I'll just remove this thing from here, and now we have just associated domains. That's it. Now once you do that, now you have to tell to your build settings that okay, this is my entitlement file for the runner app. For pkclip you don't have to do it, but for runner you have to do it. So I'll go to runner and I go to build settings, and from here let me just make it combined. From here I can search for code signing. Okay, so you can see I have code signing entitlement. It's already set for pkclip, but for runner it is not set, right? You can see we don't have anything. So here I'll manually go and write runner slash pkclip, the name of your file, whatever you have given, entitlements. Although I'll say that just make it simple and just copy paste the same name at both the places. But if you change it anyway, like by any chance, then you have to do this. So now we are moving to almost the last step now. Like there are a couple of more steps, and we will be good to go. I know this is a lot of work initially, but I mean, yeah, that's the only thing which you can do. We are in an experimental mode, so we will do everything to make it work, right? So now what you have to do is, guys, you will go to PK clip here, and similarly in the build settings, we have to set we have to integrate Flutter. Okay, so there is something called framework search path, and inside that we have already set that for runner, because it comes by default with Flutter when you make a Flutter app. But for PK clip, nothing is set. So I'll go back here and I'll search here framework search path. So you can see I have this framework search path. I'll click here and it says that I can add few things here, right? So basically, if you'll see runner inside runner, already we have two framework search paths, right? So if you'll see here, you have inherited and project directory slash slash Flutter. This you already have. So same thing we need here as well. So basically what I'll do, I'll click on plus, and first thing I want to add is inherited variable. So I'll just add that, and the second thing I want is project directory slash Flutter. So this just you have to copy from your normal runner app, so nothing else. Basically what it means is that we want to integrate Flutter for our PK clip as well. So we have to do the same thing which is there in runner, right? In future everything will be done by default, so you don't have to manually do it, but right now because it's still in an experimental mode, so we are doing it manually. Now once we are done with that, we have to set our Objective-C bridging header as well. So what we can do, if we search here that Objective-C bridging header, so just search bridging header. So here we have Objective-C bridging header, right? So if you'll see it for runner, it's already set like runner slash this thing, just copy it, and for PK clip also just set it. Okay, now we are good to go. So all of these things are needs to be done. Now we need one more thing, and that is build phases. So what I'll do, I'll go to my general and I'll go to my build phases. Not general is not required. Directly you can go to build phases, and now I have to copy two phases here, two scripts basically. So if you'll go to runner, you can see we have run script and thin binary, right? So we need those two here as well. So in the PK clip, I'll click on this plus button and I can just say new run script phase, right? And now I have here, I can drag it below dependencies because that is what required. And here I have to write the script. Okay, so basically you can go to runner and you can just copy it and you can paste it. Similarly, you don't have to do anything else. So I'll just copy and paste here. Similarly, I need one more, and that is so this is done. So I need one more, that is thin binary. So I don't think you have to be like concerned about this thing, like this naming and all, but let's say thin binary, and inside that also I'll do the same thing. I'll just copy and paste. So in the runner, this is thin binary, although we don't need thin binary if I'm not wrong, but let's try it. If nothing will work, then we'll see. And guys, that's it. Like that's more or less it. We are done with this part, and now we have to do one more thing, and that's it, that in the PK clip build settings, we will disable the bit code because that's not required. So right now enable bit code, we will make it to no. We don't want to enable bit code. And now we have to just change our pod file a little bit so that it can work. So if I go back to my pod file here, you can see this is my pod file. Here we are just we just don't need it. Here you can see we are just having a target runner, right? Nothing else. But we need a target PK clip as well, right? Two targets basically. So what I'll do, let me just remove it a little bit, and let's make it like this. Let's remove this, and we will add two targets. First would be definitely runner, okay, and second would be, the second target would be PK clip. So this is what also you have to do. We can remove this part. Actually this is added like for my own project, but you don't need it. So yeah, we are done with the pod file as well. Now we are done, guys. Everything we have done. Now we just have to test it if this works or not, right? So what I'll do, I'll first of all I'll go to my terminal. Here it's my terminal. I will go to iOS folder and I'll try to run pod install. Let's see what happens. So as soon as you will see, you have to remember that you have to use Cocoa Pods 1.10.0 beta 2, and now my pods run is complete, guys. And now what I have to do, I'll go back to my okay, so it's saying that has been modified. Keep Xcode version. Okay, so use version on disk, let's say. I think it should be fine. Okay, so yeah, guys, now we have the app running here. Like not app running, but we have to run this PK clip now. We have run the Cocoa Pods. It gave us some warning, just ignore that, doesn't matter. Now in the pod section, we can see we have all the release configuration file. Now what I'll do a clean build folder first, and then I'll do build. I think there is some problem, guys. Okay, let me just rerun this. I selected the wrong option actually when it asked me to check the Xcode version. Now it's fine, I guess. Yeah. So now let's do a build first of all to just test if everything works. It gave me two error, guys. One is that target support files is not working for some reason. So yeah, you can expect these kind of things. So what we will do, we will go back here, and first of all we will run flutter clean so that we are sure everything is fine from this side. And because we are done with the setup part, that's more or less what you need. And it's a long setup already, I know, but yeah, it's just you get familiar with this. And now I'll just run flutter pub get to generate my all those files which are required. And now if I'll just clean the build folder here, let's try building it again. And now it's building, you can see 68 task. Let's see if fails or something else happens. If it will build successfully, then you can just select your application from here, either PK clip or runner, and you can run them. So if you'll run runner, then it will run your normal app. If you'll run PK clip, then it will actually run your app clip. So let's see. Oh, build succeeded, guys, and we are good to go. Now let's run it on our iPhone 11 Pro, which is right over here, and let's run it. So I'll just run it. So yeah, you have to sometime clean Flutter and you have to sometime reinstall pods, and all those things are there. If you're already familiar with iOS development, then I think you might be familiar with this as well. And now you can see, guys, this is our app clip. The difference you will see just now. It might take a while to display the content because it's loading for the first time. Let's see. Yeah, now we can see we have logs coming over here. It will take a moment, guys, for the first boot, I guess. Then we should, yeah, so you can see we have the balance and all these things here. Now this is not a normal app, guys, this is app clip. So if I'll just remove this, so you can see this is the app clip symbol which we can see, right? So if I go here in the app library, you can see we have other, where we have the normal app, and then we have web clips. So web clips is nothing but app clip. If I'll click here, then you can see this is the app clip version. And why it is showing the same screen? So you can see we have two, one is our normal app and one is our app clip. And why it is showing the same screen? Because we have selected all the entities there, right? All the storyboard and code and all that things, right? And now if I'll go to settings of this particular iOS simulator, then you can see we have an option called app clips. Now if I click over here, then you can see PK coin is one of the app clips. You can remove all the app clips. So yeah, that's how you will deal with app clips, guys. And I know it's in a very early phase and you need 14.0 iPhone. Okay, so remember that as well. And you need the latest Xcode as well as Flutter Master. So there are a lot of steps. Please follow the guide which is already there in the description. You can check and it will appear on the Flutter website very soon. So yeah, only if you are very much experimental like me, then only try it. Otherwise, you can wait for it to go public or maybe stable in next few weeks or months. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, and press the bell icon to get future updates. See you in the next video. Bye bye, take care.